If you got a heart, animals, kids, and elderly people don't forget kindness. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm with him. I didn't forget that. And the other reason I know he's the right man for the job. So Mr. Gerald Jordan.
Well, no. Friends, and even if I have some enemies here, I include you too, for the purposes of this evening. Literally 2 minutes ago, I was sitting here and Tennell came by and said, "Would you introduce me?" I said, "Of course I will." And I've thought back. I've known Tennell now for almost 23 years. And we've had some good times and we've had some not so good times. But I'm telling you folks, I know him to be a man of integrity, a man of vision, a man that understands the needs of this city. I don't know of any time in the history of the city, as long as I've been here, which is at my age well over 50 years, that we need someone of Tennell's ability down at City Hall. He is the sort of man, and you saw it exhibited during his 8 years previously on the city council and his last 2 years when he was mayor pro tem. He brings people together. And if there was a time in the history of this city, we need it now. We need someone who can talk to all the various segments that are represented on the city council. He's the man that can do that. And he can also get along with the mayor, I think. And, there's all sorts of, there are so many issues right now that are truly deep issues that need reconciliation with everybody in this city. And I can't tell you how excited I am to be supporting Tennell, because I know from my experience with him that he's the kind of person who can get some things done that need to happen. And I even suggested to him that he might ought to consider a run for mayor in a couple of years. And yes, I would support him if he did that. I think he is exactly the kind of person with the experience that he's had as a successful businessman, as a former public servant, and just a friend to all of us. So without any further ado, let's hear from him.
Thank you, Darren. First, let's give honor to God. It's a blessing to be here. I also need to thank my teacher. You know, you always have a teacher from high school. I always follow you around. Miss Lilla, she was going to introduce me, but she said she changed her mind. People ask me, I'm a woman. You have the right. You have that right. Always. People ask me, why are you running again? And that's what the number one question. The reason I'm running again, because I love this city. This city has been good to me. I came from a project over on Mill Place. Went to Charles Rice, went to Fantasy Harris, went to St. Peter's. Now it's Uptown. Went to Bishop Dunn High School, went to Southern Methodist University. Before I went to SMU, there was some good friend of mine, Carl Seward and Van Winkle, Robert Stood III. They asked me, you going to California or USC or UCLA? I said, yes. And they said, now, what is your name? I didn't think about it. I went back home and I said, my brother said, they asked me what my name is. He said, you didn't get the message? No. So I decided to stay here. Now, since I made that decision here, I've been blessed from my school, SMU, Bishop Dunn, and all my residents. But one thing I like about this city, if you look south, you see downtown. But you look further south, you see a whole lot of land, a whole lot of opportunity. And that's what we need to be. That land is an oasis. That land is larger than Atlanta, Georgia, the city of Atlanta. You can put the city of Atlanta, Georgia in that southern section, the southern Dallas, as you call it. In that neighborhood, we outgrew the city of Dallas 2-1. 2-1, just my district. I have to give up almost 15,000 residents to other districts to balance out the district. We have the Inland Port, which we got every who's who in America now. We got Amazon, L'Oreal, Home Depot, Federal Express, P&G, BMW, you name it, they there. You got the Brian Nelsons coming to my district. We thought that it was not going to happen, but it did happen. There's going to be opportunity to grow there. We got UNT, University of North Texas. You imagine that you was in the 8th largest city in America without a university. Now we got one. We got a dark rail line that comes through my district that 4 years ahead of schedule. You can catch that dark rail line with one transfer and go to DFW. And I'm kind of saddened because Curtis Ramsey is not on that DFW board again to keep everything in line. But thank you for your service. If UNT grow to 13 to 15,000 students, the economic impact to the city of Dallas is well over $2 billion. $2 billion. We're talking about higher education. And you say, how do you build a community? I started with my community first.
Political ad paid by Tennell Atkins Campaign Fund.